So tonight I actually thought I would do something different and show off some of my 12-inch Star Wars customs. Um, I did these a year or so ago, and they were so much fun to make. The idea behind them was to take the Kenner action figures that had really awful articulation and repurpose the clothing, give them better bodies, throw the old bodies in the garbage, and we'll take a look at what I did to make them better. We'll start with the Tuscan Raider. First thing I did was I hollowed out his, what becomes a helmet, and I gave him, as I did with all of them, BBI bodies that I found online, generally between $10 and $15. And then this one in particular, and I've done over 20 of this line of Tuscan Raiders. Gave him some ammo pouches. I took his rebreather and gave it a metal wire, so it was a little bit better, a little bit more sleek. And this is the particular BBI body that I used for this one. But the articulation now is loads better than what it was before. Just making him a more playable, more posable figure. I also had somebody sew an extra like jacket or cloak or whatever you want to call it for him. Now in this one I did not do anything to dirty it or filthy it up. I had decided to get out of collecting 12-inch figures altogether. So I kind of stopped wherever I was with them. I mean, typically I would have weathered this, ripped it, tattered it a little bit better. But in this case, that's what it is. And that is my Tuscan Raider. Try to get his helmet back on. Next up, we'll take a look at actually one of my favorites, the TIE Fighter Pilot. For this, I went with an upgraded boot. Again, upgraded gloves, BBI body, removable helmet. And that was a big must for me. Everything, oops, this guy's got a little Terminator thing going on here now. Everything had to be, made so that the body can fit in there, the head can fit in there rather. Again, a BBI body, much better articulation, upgraded the gloves. I think these were from a Sideshow Star Wars character. And the boots again, upgraded. Then if his helmet's off, I kind of put his hands as if he's holding it. I can get him posed right now. Well, it's not going to work now, but the other choice is you could put it in back of him. I'm just going to put it back on for now. But again, in a regular collection, he would fit right in, but he is upgraded. And I think much better figure now. Next up, we have the Snowtrooper. So what I did was give him, again, better boots, and then gave him boot wraps that I put on with white zip ties for a little more realistic look. Gloves I painted gray to match, and the helmet comes off. I gave a little bit of white hockey tape just for the neck, like the neck collar. And these figures are so much fun to make. You could put one of these together, probably looking in the $50, $60 range. But if you compare them with I don't even know what there were 5 points of articulation, the regular standard Star Wars figure. These are just loads better in my opinion. Next up we have the Death Star gunner. Now for this one, I did not use the original outfit at all. I found a black jumpsuit, and all I really used off the stock figure was the helmet, the breastplate, and the belt. The same thing, this helmet comes off. So what I did was I made a little back section out of, again, hockey tape. And the little antenna, I used just a little thin gauge piece of wire. And then on this one in particular, gave him an ammo holster rather, and a pouch. And that is my Death Star gunner. I think these boots actually came possibly from another Star Wars figure. They're not typically great, but they worked for him. He didn't really need anything any better. But it's just nice that, you know, again, you want to take the helmet off, you can take the helmet off. And finally, we're going to look at the AT-AT driver. This is one of my personal favorites. Again, went with the gray, painted the gloves. I think they were originally green, painted them gray. Painted the boots white, and then went over it with some gray. Another BBI body. But the articulation on these now is just loads better. I'm not saying that they're Sideshow or Hot Toys figures, but you could certainly use them as part of a Dio or an army builder, and they would fit in that respect. So if you wanted to go cheap, instead of spending, I don't even know what Hot Toys are anymore, $250 a figure, you can get this done for around $50, $60. And I'm pretty happy with that. Anyway, that's what I wanted to show off tonight. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you later.
If you enjoyed the video, please take the time to like and subscribe.